Yeah, once again, ladies and gentlemen, once again, business credit builder, and welcome to the master class, business credit master class. Okay, get business credit for your EIN that's not linked to your social security number. During this training, you'll discover how to build credit that's linked to your EIN and not your social, that requires no personal guarantee or credit check, and how to get business loans and credit lines even if you have personal credit issues, no collateral, or are just starting your business. You'll discover what business credit really is and how it can be obtained, linked only to your EIN with no personal credit check, no personal guarantee required for approval. All right? I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is Noel A. Booker Sr., and you can Google me. Make sure make sure you get your free guide on how to build business credit by going to businesscreditbuilder.us. Okay, I'm in the process of sharing my screen here. Let's see what we got going, and we're going to get started. Feel free to take notes. We're going to have some times to ask some questions if you need, if you're in here, right? Um, Snap, check that out. Somebody's calling. Let's get it. Let's answer it with y'all on. We just starting the webinar. Live. Yeah, business credit. Hello. The passcode is capital BCB. All right. All right. Thank you. All right. I'm glad I answered that. So they can get in here. Word up. Okay, so now you should be able to see my screen. Business Credit Master Class. Okay. Make sure y'all can um I'm gonna go pretty fast because I got a lot of stuff to tell y'all. And at the end of today's webinar, we're gonna announce the winners of the Under My Wing program. Okay, if y'all been following the emails and getting and on the list and all that stuff, and you can get on the email list and all that stuff by getting your free guide at businesscreditbuilder.us. So if you're on the email list and you know about the Under My Wing program, we're going to announce the winner at the end of this webinar. How about that? But we're going to do the Business Credit Masterclass. All right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Noel A. Booker Sr. The website is businesscreditbuilder.us. There's three buttons on the screen. All right, check it out. The green button. That's how you get a free guide on how to build business credit. Go to businesscreditbuilder.us/free guide. All right. If you want to schedule a free business credit consultation to discuss any of the services that we provide, which is accounting, websites, business credit consultations, getting money, you can you can schedule a free business credit consultation at businesscreditbuilder.us/consult. And if you think you can qualify for funding now, go to businesscreditbuilder.us/get funding. Now I'm just gonna give you a little background, right? And y'all consider this like a class. Y'all could take notes, all right? So I just want to let you know that I'm qualified to discuss what I'm talking about, okay? I was born in New York. I went to Morehouse for accounting. I had some jobs doing accounting, corporate accounting, right? But I started my own business called MediaNet USA, where we do accounting and bookkeeping services for small businesses. And now I talk about business credit and getting funding for your business. Okay? What we will cover today: how you can get business credit within 7 days or less that's linked to your EIN, not to your social, even if you're a startup or have bad personal credit now, then immediately start using it to get credit you want and need, even from major sources like Target, Walmart, Staples, Lowe's, Visa, MasterCard, and more. How you can access loans, even as a startup, have credit challenges, or lack collateral. Okay, did you know that most people fail trying to get money and grow their business? Did you know that? Most people try to get money from their bank when they need money. Most don't know that the EIN credit can be built regardless of personal credit quality. Many apply for credit in the wrong order. Many entrepreneurs don't know that money is available based on business strengths. Okay? Business strengths. The three C's. The three C's are credit, collateral, cash flow. All right. This seminar is for you if you're looking for money to start or grow a business, or you want to build credit that's not linked to your social. What is business credit? Business credit is credit that is obtained in a business name, the business credit. With business credit, the business builds its own credit profile and credit score for its EIN number. This credit is in the business name and based on the business's ability to pay, not the business owner's ability to pay. The business can qualify for revolving store credit cards like Staples, Lowe's, Sam's Club, Costco, and more. Why business credit is awesome. Okay, check this out. Um, Business credit has no effect on your personal credit. No personal guarantee is needed in order to have business credit. Okay. Business credit building is fast compared to like personal credit, right? Compared to personal credit, business credit is fast because there's only one thing that affects your business credit. But for your personal credit, there's five factors that affect your personal credit. With business credit, you can offset current expenses. You can increase approval amounts with better rates and terms. No collateral, cash flow, or good credit is needed. And once you have business credit, you get access to loans and credit lines. Okay, so every successful business in America has business credit. This is how business is done with business credit. Okay? Now, what you're looking at right now is what anybody can see for free. Okay? This is from, you can go to Experience website and see, this one is for Facebook. Facebook Incorporated. They're from Menlo Park, California. And the thing I want to give to your attention is the trade lines. You see, they got 40 trade lines. So let's go over what a trade line is. Natalie, you good over there? Sheena, you made it back? You out the store now? What's up? All right. Just let me know. All right. So this is what a trade line is.
You see me? Hey, you be watching everything. Yes, I'm back.
All right. All right. Make sure you're all right. All right. So trade lines. This is what a trade line is. A trade line is when you get an account, right? You get an account, a credit account where you can buy something on credit, right? So let's say you buy something on credit. That means you got the item and they gave you an invoice so you can pay it, right? So then you pay it. So then what happens when you pay it is that that company sends a report into the business credit reporting agencies. And I'm gonna tell you what they are. But they send this report to the business credit reporting agencies. And the report says XYZ company got an account with us. They got a limit of X amount of dollars. They made a purchase and they paid it off in X amount of days. And they send that report to the business credit reporting agencies and they put that on your credit profile. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is one trade line. One trade line. Okay? Anybody got any questions? Natalie, you got a question on what a trade line is? That's what a trade line is. And like you can make more purchases and make more transactions with that same vendor. That's still one trade line. When you make more transactions with them, meaning you bought some more stuff and made more payments, those are called experiences. And experiences are good. Positive experiences are good for your credit as well. Okay. Um, Let me check my screen, make sure ain't nothing in the chat box. Okay, cool. Okay, I was just checking. Okay, bet. Okay, so check out the next page. This is Microsoft. They got 131 trade lines. Next, check this out. Walmart. Walmart is like the king of business credit. This is how they do business. 80% of all of Walmart's transactions business wise is with business credit, and this is how they do it. They'll go to a company like Bounty and say, "Yo, Bounty, let me get a truckload of toilet paper." So the owner won't go in his pocket and pay for this, and he don't call accounting and say, "Go cut a check for this truckload." The truckload of toilet paper comes to the Walmart. They put it on the shelf. We go in there and buy it. They take our money, pay the bill, and boom. Bounty's like, "Yo, run that again. Here's 5 truckloads." Boom. This is how business is done. Y'all know the routine. Um, at the big corporate level and at the small business level too. The corner store. When the bread guy comes, they not paying for that bread right then. They're counting how many units came in, how many units went out. This is how business is done with business credit. Okay? Don't get it twisted. Okay, how we can help. We have the fundability system. This is our number one thing that we sell. The fundability system. We show you how to make your business credible in the eyes of the lender. Our high tech software, powered by artificial intelligence, helps you build your business credit to access high limit store credit, business loans, and credit lines. We work with all legitimate types of funding programs that are available today, offering funding through hundreds of investors and lenders through a multitude of different funding programs. How do you build business credit? And I don't have no water by me. I'm gonna have to grab some water right there. Okay, how do you build business credit? Okay, um, as a business owner, you may begin to hear the word fundability a lot. It may come from lenders, various media platforms, or your own current creditors. What is fundability? The ability of your business to get funding. When lenders consider funding your business, does it appear to them to be a good idea to make the loan? What do they look at to make that determination? How does a business become fundable? When a lender considers lending to your business, do they feel that you are high risk? Do you appear to be a business that can and will pay the debt? Lenders are in it for the money. Okay? And you see where it says, "Do you appear?" Well, see, you really just really need to appear to get your stuff started. You have to appear to be a fundable, a credible business. You don't have to actually be a credible business. You just have to appear to be like one. Okay. How does the business get fundability? To start, you have to make sure your business is set up properly. Okay? A great business credit score is important. In addition, there are many other aspects that are necessary for fundability as well. Okay? A potential creditor needs to see that your business is legitimate and profitable. Many loan applications are denied approval due to fraud concerns. Others simply because something didn't match up and threw up a red flag. See, that's what we want to what we want to avoid, the red flags. Because they can give you a red flag for something and they don't have to tell you why. Okay? So you might be like on one little glitch and they red flag you, right? Maybe the addresses or the phone numbers didn't match up a couple times in the reports, and it just doesn't look professional. Okay? If you understand what fundability is and how to get it, you can shut down any such red flags before they become a problem to you. Okay? And a lot of times you get a red flag, you don't even know why. They just say, "Oh, you denied. Call back later." Okay? That's how they can do it in business. With personal credit, they gotta tell you, they gotta send you a letter saying why they denied you. With business credit, they just say no later. Okay? So the way we set it up is so that you can get automatic approvals because we know the pieces that they're checking for and we're making sure they're straight. So it ain't that. If they deny us, it ain't because of this. Okay? And there's a whole bunch of stuff that it could be. And that's just to get through the application. Okay. Okay. So, first thing is make sure you can get through the application, which I call the smell test. Boom. And this is all the stuff that you need to make sure it's set up right. Your business name, your business address, your business phone, your EIN number, DUNS number, your website, your business email address. Okay. All these things, and there's little details about each one. Like for the business name, right? You got to register this business name at the Secretary of State for the state that you're in. When you set up this business name, there's some tricks in the game, okay? When you set up this business name, you got to make sure you got a business name that doesn't say I blow up stuff, right? Because you don't want to let them know you're doing risky stuff, right? So you have a simple name, right? Like Nike, that wasn't even a word. Now it's a damn word, right? So not letting them know what that you're a risky business because there are risky businesses, right? And they already have a list of what is risky. You can see on my blog there's an article in my blog about risky businesses, right? So business name. Also, when you get this business name, it's going to ask you, well, what type of business, right? So remember I tell you about the article, right? So on that article in my blog at businesscreditbuilder.us is an article that shows you what companies are low risk that banks like to see. Okay? And just so you know, truck driving is risky, real estate is risky. You see what I'm saying? So some stuff you think may not be risky, lenders think of it as being risky. Okay? So that's one thing. And then when you're making this name, you're getting this name, another thing to check to make sure you got is when they're going to ask you to select an entity. What you need to know is that if you select a proprietorship or a partnership, then you are personally liable for whatever happens with this business. Okay? So you need to check LLC, or that's a limited liability corporation or a corporation. That way you limit your liability and you separate your business stuff from your personal. So now you was on your personal. Now we have an EIN number, and we're gonna set up this EIN number to match this business name, and that's a whole nother entity going on. You see what I'm saying? Okay. I hope y'all are keeping up with me. Okay, so but the main deal here is to have all of this stuff here, right? And there's details to having all this stuff. Business name, business address, business phone, EIN, DUNS number, website, business email. Let me see one more thing. Business phone number, right? People don't know this about the business phone number. You should have a you should have a what's up, Camille? You should have a local business phone number that is listed with the National 411 directory. Okay? That's like a requirement to building business credit. Okay? Having a local number that's listed with the National 411 directory. Okay? All right. All right, that's one of the little details. So basically, you need this phone number, fax number. So what's really required is to have this local telephone number listed, right? And the local number that you give them, like when you're on the applications, can say, well, what's your main business telephone number? The number that you put in there is what they're going to be checking. And they're going to do a check to see if you're listed with the National 411 directory. And when you listen with the National 411 directory, it's also connected to your address. Okay. So they're gonna see that the address has to, and that address has to match up with the address that's at the Secretary of State. Okay. So what's necessary is to have this local telephone number listed. What is not so necessary is having a fax number and a toll-free number. But it's good to have those because on that application, they really do want to see if they have a place for you to put a fax and a place to put your other telephone number, then they want to see that you have a fax number and an 800 number. Now, it's not necessary, but it makes it look like you're doing something over there. You're a business that's doing something, right? It gives them impression that you're more credible. But the main thing is to have that local telephone number that's listed with the National 411 directory. These are the companies that can hook you up with the right business telephone number listed with the National 411 directory. Freedom Voice, Ring Central, Vonage. My go-to is Freedom Voice. Why Freedom Voice? Because Freedom Voice will get you a local number for $9.95 a month. They're gonna list it for $3 a month. So you got at least spend $13 a month. So and they'll put you on um they'll give you an 800 number and a fax number for under $20 a month. The Ring Central and Vonage, they're gonna start you at $25 a month. Okay. So I did the research for you already. So Freedom Voice, that's the way to go. Now you could try them other ways, but I'm telling you the ways that work for sure, for real deal. All right, no doubt. All right, Camille in the building. Welcome, Camille. Okay, now business address. We didn't even talk about the business address, but I'm gonna tell you about the business address. This is what you need to know about selecting your business address. One, there's three options in selecting your business address, and there are no more options after that. Okay. The first option is to have a brick and mortar. Most of us can't afford a brick and mortar, but you definitely need to have a place where you can accept packages. Okay. Accept packages. All right. The second option is to have a virtual office address. Like this right here is my recommendation, right? Da Vinci. I'm gonna tell you why that's my recommendation in a minute. But the third option and the last resort is to have a home address. That's the last resort. There's no more after that. And having a home address, I'll let you know that lenders do not perceive home-based businesses as being credible, but they look at it as a case by case basis, right? So, for instance, let's say you're a hairstylist and you're doing hair from the house, right? You're doing hair from the house. Well, maybe that sounds logical. Okay, they might be able to pay this bill because they just want to make sure that you can pay this bill, right? Now, on the other hand, let's say you're a trucking company, but it looks odd that you got all these trucks at the house. So they're really just trying to see if this makes sense. If you know if that makes sense, right? They're trying to see if you're making sense to them. We're talking about on the application where they're just sniffing you out, trying to see whether or not you are a real qualifier. All right. So they're looking at this address, and one thing to know about this address is that on your Dun and Bradstreet credit report, which they are going to be looking at, and they do not need permission, on your Dun and Bradstreet credit report is a Google Maps picture of your business address. So they're looking right at your crib, trying to see if this makes sense. Now, a lot of my clients, they do the virtual office and they go to Da Vinci because they don't want to share their business address with the world because your business information is public notice. So some people just get the Da Vinci address for as low as $50 a month. You would go to businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors and you'll find a telephone number, you'll find a person's name, and there's verbiage to ask. You gotta tell Mary this is what you need, and she'll hook you up, right? And now, what you also need to know about these virtual office addresses is that there's a whole bunch of companies out there that offer virtual office addresses. I'm aware, but some of them will give you the same address as they gave 100 other businesses. You do not want that where they're just duplicating addresses and you got the same address as 100 other businesses. No, you need a unique address. And at Da Vinci, what they do is they fill out a specific form and send it to the post office to generate you a unique address for your business. All right. So that's Da Vinci Virtual Office Solutions. Go to the website, businesscreditbuilder.us/vendors to get the info. Okay, let's continue. EIN number. We're not going to talk that much about the EIN number, but there's two things that you need to know about the EIN. Yeah, Camille's right with me. So there's two things you need to know about the EIN number. One, you cannot build business credit without an EIN number. And two, it's free, so don't go out here paying for an EIN number. We're gonna move on. Unless you got questions, you can chime in if anybody got any questions so far. Hold on. I'm gonna have a spot where you can ask questions. Hold tight. Um, okay, so I told you about incorporating and about the entity, right? That's what you need to do, right? Now, once you got your Secretary of State, they send you a certificate when you register your name and you got your EIN number that takes 10 minutes to get. Well, maybe it might take 15 minutes. Okay. So the bank account, once you got that certificate and you got the EIN number, we're gonna run over to the bank account. We're not gonna take our time and go over to the bank account and start this bank account. Because the longer your bank account is in existence, the better your likelihood of getting funding. So we want to get this bank account and we want to keep this bank account for as long as possible. Now, you're going to need this bank account so you can do your business transactions through it. And lenders, if they're going to lend you money, they want it's like a requirement for you to have a business bank account. How they gonna lend you money and you ain't got a business bank account? Okay, you gotta think like that, right? So, and it also helps you keep track of business finances so you can keep them separate from personal finances for tax purposes. Yes, indeed. Okay. Um, Licenses. What is fundability? Is being a legitimate business. For a business to be legitimate, it has to have all the necessary licenses it needs to operate. Most common mistakes in having the appropriate license but listed with an old address. That throws up a red flag for sure. Hold on. I'm gonna reach for this water, which is right over my shoulder. Hold tight. Okay. That's gonna Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's gonna help me so I don't get the cotton mouth out here. Right? Y'all, I can't have the cotton mouth out here, yo. Can't do it. Okay. So So the licenses need the most common mistake is having that old address, and that'll do a red flag, and they probably won't even tell you why they denied you. They're just gonna say, apply later, thank you. Okay. Okay. Um, you gotta have a business website and a business email address, right? Yourbusiness.com. Okay. Spend the time and money necessary to ensure your business is professionally designed and works well. Your business needs a dedicated business email address. Make sure it has the same URL as your website. Don't use a free service such as Yahoo or Gmail, right? So don't use Big Booty Judy at Yahoo, all right? Don't do it, all right? That's some common sense stuff, right? So like when you're communicating with lenders through your email, they want to see you doing business through your businesses.com, not through a free email service. All right. That's just common sense stuff. But it's good to know that it's going to draw a red flag to them because they thinking, well, damn, am I going to get the money back? That's what they thinking. All right. So my business, MediaNet USA, offers an all-inclusive small business web hosting program. It includes domain registration, 12 months web hosting, website design, monthly updates, unlimited emails, expert customer support, and internet consultation. Just call 404-500-9687 or schedule a free business credit consultation and we'll get you set up right away. All right? That's how we do it. All right. Let's do it. All right. Yeah. What's up, Cassandra? I saw you sneak in here. What's the deal? All right. What is fundability? Business credit reports. And make sure y'all go to businesscreditbuilder.us to get your free guide on how to build business credit. Okay. You need to understand the importance of your business credit reports and how to read them. It's the blueprint for tracking your trade lines. It's the most popular business reporting agencies. It's Dun& and Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. These are the three reporting agencies. All right. All right. And so the importance of the business credit reporting agencies is that you need to be able to pull your business credit reports in order to build your business credit. You can't build your business credit effectively without looking at your business credit report and also knowing how to read them. All right. In addition to the business credit reporting agencies that directly calculate and issue business credit reports, there are other business data agencies that affect those reports indirectly. LexisNexis, y'all can do your research on these right here. So write this down. LexisNexis and the Small Business Finance Exchange. These two agencies gather data from a variety of sources, including public records. This means they could even access information relating to automobile accidents, liens, and more. Okay, but while you may not be able to access or change the data, the agencies have on your business, you can ensure that any new information they receive is positive. And that positive information can help counteract any negative information from the past. Okay, we're making progress. We're making slow progress here. We're gonna get down to some nitty gritty stuff in a minute, but this is the stuff that y'all need to know. All right, identification numbers. In addition to the EIN, there are identifying numbers that go along with the business credit reports. When considering what is fundability, you need to be aware that these numbers exist. Some of them are simply assigned by the agency, like the Experian bin, okay? At Dun& and Bradstreet, which is the largest and most commonly used business credit reporting agency, they have what they call the Dunn's number, okay? Now, the Dunn's number is where starting the whole thing. So you need a Dunn's number, which is free, right? You apply for that, right? And that helps out dramatically in getting funding. Okay. Um Here I'm really talking about personal credit here on this page, which I'm not gonna talk that much about, but I made this page here so that I can say that, you know, when getting your business as fundable as possible, you gotta have them three C's, right? And with credit, having you can build business credit without having good personal credit. But if you have good personal credit, that opens up more doors of funding. Okay. So you can build business credit and access money without personal credit. But if you have personal credit, there's more options out there for you to get money. Okay. Align your business information correctly. Okay. That's the key thing. All the information that's on the application is the key to getting by what I call the smell test, which they're just looking at your business to see if you might be able to qualify. Now, and if you don't get no red flags on the application, then they send your application to the underwriting department that really determines whether or not you're going to get qualified. But you got to get past the application process first, the sniff test, okay, the smell test, right, which includes using your business name correctly every single time, your business address, your business phone, your address listed on the IRS for your EIN, on insurance, licenses, website, your bank account. That's the move. I'm telling you, line up your information correctly. This is the most important piece to getting funding for your business is lining up your information. Now, what is fundability? Financial statements. In order for you to be as fundable as possible, a business has tax returns and financial statements on demand. Okay? A fundable business maintains financials monthly, quarterly, yearly. Having financial statements on demand lends credence to the legitimacy of your business. Personal tax returns. Often, tax returns for the previous 3 years will suffice. Get a tax professional to prepare them. Okay? This is the bare minimum you will need to show lenders that you are a credible business. This is what a credible business has ready. Okay? So if you don't have all this stuff, then now you're building up your business credit. Okay? Showing a track record of paying on time to the point where you do have business financials and tax returns. Okay? We're gonna skip that page. Okay, so basically, how fundable is your business? Is your the basic piece of this is having the contact information correct. A lot of people don't even get past the application. They get that auto reject letter because they didn't even get past the application. Okay, you want to get past the application so you don't get the auto reject letter. Okay, no doubt. Okay, so and there's a lot of things that go into play. Now look at this chart right here. This chart has everything that goes into how fundable your business is. Like on the left hand side, we got all the credibility points, like what industry you're in. That affects how fundable your business is. Your business address, your time in business, your EIN number, your website, all that stuff. On the right hand side, we got the application process, the financial statements, the business credit reports, all that stuff. Does anybody have any questions on getting your business to be as fundable as possible with this basic information, setting up for the application? Anybody got any questions before we go forward? Because now we're going now we're gonna actually do some stuff. Okay, now we're gonna actually build some business credit. Now that we got the bases out the way, and you see how long it took, man. Okay, okay, here we go. So far, we talked about getting your business credible in the eyes of the lender. And we also talked about the importance of the business credit reports in building up your business credit, how important it is. Now we're going to talk about actually doing something, actually building some business credit. And this part is not really simple, right? Because now we have to find vendors that's going to give us credit when we have no credit, and they have to report to the business credit reporting agencies. Now, you already know that businesses don't really give credit to businesses that don't have credit, right? And only 10% of all businesses even report payments to the business credit reporting agencies because they're under high restrictions and guidelines to be even able to report. Okay, so now we're going to get these businesses that's going to give us a net 30 account. Now, don't fret because I got you. But now we're going to get these businesses going to get us net 30 accounts where they're going to give us a little bit of credit. And when we buy something on credit, we got to pay the full balance in 30 days. All right? Net 30. A business credit report can be started much the same as a consumer report commonly is with the small amounts of credit. The business can be approved for small credit amounts to help them build an initial credit profile. These types of initial accounts in the business world are commonly referred to as vendor credit or net 30 accounts. Say what? And some vendors will approve your company for net 30 payment terms upon verification of as little as the EIN number and your number listed with the 411 National Directory. Word is born. Okay? Now, here are some starter vendors that can approve you for initial credit, even if you have none now. Now, I do want to let you know that these vendors change, right, regularly because they change their guidelines, right? So we always have, I always have access to the vendors that are good now, right? If I give you a vendor, they're good, right? So the first place that you should be going to, if you're starting from scratch, is Maverick Office Supplies. They're gonna get you a trade line real quick, fast, in a hurry. Okay. Check out the CEO, Creator, Granger. Barnett is not good anymore. There's another company for Barnett. And Uline is good. Oh, Granger. Let me get one more for you. Let me see what's. Hold on. Let me see what's on the website. Let's see. Hold on one second. We're gonna we're gonna flip the script one time. Hold on. One time. I want to make sure I'm giving you the best starter vendors today, right? So I'm going to my website. I'm actually going to businesscreditbuilder.us slash vendors. Vendors. Okay, we got Granger. We got JJ Gold. That's the one I was missing. JJ Gold. And Pilot J. Pilot Flying J. That's a good for truck drivers, the Pilot Flying J. That's good for the truck drivers. JJ Gold, anybody can get on there and get down. I got some people that got accounts with them. All right. Okay, so that's the ones, right? JJ Gold, Granger, Uline, right? Okay, that's the good starter vendors. So I'm giving you the hookup, right? All right. Now, some vendors will require an initial prepaid order before they can approve your business for terms. You need to have a total of at least five net 30-day pay accounts reporting. Okay? So the goal right now is to get five net 30 accounts. You got your business set up credible so the information you give that you're giving them is not going to get a red flag. You're going to get these five net 30 accounts, preferably three that report to Dun and Bradstreet, one reporting to Experian, and one to Equifax. That's some advanced stuff right there. Now, once you got these five, obtaining revolving is the next step. Revolving accounts are cards a business owner can use and not be required to pay the full balance owed each month. Okay? Here goes some revolving accounts real quick. Home Depot, Lowe's, Office Depot, Staples, Best Buy, Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, Amazon, Dell, Apple, BP, Chevron, Racetrack, and many more. Now, these companies here, they need you to have business. They need you to have credit already. So you can't be skipping steps. You got to get those net 30s first. And some of these vendors need you to be in business for a certain amount of time. So if you're doing this from scratch, my service will guide you through based on your qualifications how to get through this, okay? And get and build up your business credit, okay? I'm going to show you what to do, no doubt. Once 10 accounts are on the credit, an owner can then start applying for Visa, MasterCard, American Express. Approval amounts will be equivalent to the highest credit limits accounts on the business report. Try to have 10 accounts with at least one of them having a high $10,000 limit. So, this is the goal to at least have 10 trade lines on your business credit report saying I paid on time. Now, once you got that and you got some financials, we go get a car, we go get a bunch of stuff. Okay? We can go get some money now because we got credit, right? Now, we'll have credit, but you still need collateral cash flow, right? But for the situation, now we got access to more money now if you got good business credit. And I'm not trying to tell you that business credit is the end all, right? It is essential to keep using the credit, keep applying for more, and talk with credit providers to raise credit limits. If you do this, business credit will keep growing until higher limit credit lines are obtained within six to 12 months. And just so you know, it takes time to build credit. All right. It's going to take you about 12 months. If you go through my program in 12 months, you're going to have credit. If you do the steps I tell you, you're going to have credit and you're going to be a business credit expert. I'm trying to tell you. All right. No skipping steps. 10 trade lines. High limit of 10,000. Cash business credit accounts will match your highest credit reported on your credit profile. You get access to MasterCard, Visa, American Express. With business credit, you can get loans and credit lines. Okay, before we get out of here, I'm going to go over 3 ways to get funding that the bank won't tell you about. All right, real fast. Y'all ready? Is anybody still with me? Anybody got any questions? You're with me? I know I'm going fast. Somebody say something.
I'm with you. Say something.
All right. All right. I know my girl Sheen is down. All right. Let's run it. All right. Before we get out of here, I'm gonna go down with these 3 ways. All right. 3 ways to get funding that the bank won't tell you about because they don't offer this stuff. So what happened is this. Um, a lot of people get denied going to the bank because they don't have all the 3 C's. Actually, 80% of everybody that go to a bank gets denied. So they have alternative funding, which gives an opportunity for those people that gets denied at the bank. There are other ways that you can get money. They call that alternative funding. One of the alternative funding is cash flow financing. Cash flow financing is the most popular type of alternative funding today. Basically, the rundown is this. Cash flow financing is for existing businesses. This is not for startups. This is for existing businesses that got cash flowing. At least $3,000 going through their bank account every month, right? So even independent contractors could do this for as low as 3,000 per month, right? You would go to my website and go into uh get funding or business loans or whatever and click on the cash flow. Cash flow finance is David Allen Capital. David Allen Capital is my cash flow funding partner. Okay. They on your telephone, they're gonna do an application, right? The application is gonna be like, okay, how much I make every month? 'Cause what they want to know is how much cash you got flowing. And then you submit your application. They're gonna send you the information to connect your bank. They're not gonna see if you qualify until you connect your bank. Okay? That's what you need to know. But that's a quick and easy way. Now, this is for businesses that are in trouble. You got to make the payroll this week. You got a piece of equipment that went down. You need to get that thing running. That's what this is for. Okay, collateral-based financing is good if you have collateral. Okay, here goes some types of collateral: accounts receivable, which is also known as factoring. There's purchase orders, right? That's for people that got government contracts. The accounts receivable, that's for people that got they can batch and sell their invoices. Stocks, bonds, 401k. So if you have these type of investments, you can get a business loan, okay? And it don't mess up your investment, okay? Revenue lending. That's for like if you got a streamer in like if like let's say you got a dealership, right? And they give you a loan. Now, as you sell cars, that's how you're gonna pay down your loan. So they got different ways to figure out how to get you funded. Inventory and equipment. So if you got inventory, $100,000, inventory and equipment and or equipment. If you got equity in your home, then you can get a business loan. And even for insurance agents, they have what they call the book of business. That's their list of clients. With your list of clients as an insurance agent, you can get a business loan. Now we got unsecured credit, which is also called the credit line hybrid program. You can find that on my website by going to businesscreditbuilder.us/get funding and learn about the credit line hybrid program. That's good for if you got good personal credit. You got to have a 65, 685 or above. And what they do is look at your personal credit. They look at your highest revolving account and they will match it up to 5 times. Okay? Up to $150,000 in 3 weeks. Okay? You can go to the Get Funding page and find out the details about this program. All right? So that's to get up, and that's good for startups, right? The credit line hybrid program is good for startups with good personal credit. Okay? All right. There's some more benefits about that. There's other alternative financing. We have private money because, like, I'm a, you could consider me as a loan broker. I have hundreds of legitimate lenders, right? Hundreds of legitimate lenders, right? With different types of programs and financing deals to get you. A lot of my clients that come to me, they can't qualify. So I help you to get qualified. All right. We got venture capital, equity financing, crowd. You know about crowdfunding, and we can help you get specialized funding just to buy equipment, signs, vehicle wraps. Okay. Now, one easy place to get all of this is Business Credit Builder. Our program is called the Fundability System. It's powered by artificial intelligence, okay, and will give you every single step, right? It's going to connect to your business credit profile. It's going to know what your goals are. It's going to know every detail about your business, and it's going to tell you every single step using AI to get to the money, okay? On my website, you will see videos of testimonials from my clients. This one is from Brian Fleming. He's in New Jersey. His video tells about how he got his quick 50 grand. Okay. Um, it's the ultimate solution. Business Credit Builder, the fundability system powered by artificial intelligence. It's the easiest and fastest way to get money and credit to build and grow your business. It's a simple solution. You get business credit for your business not linked to your social security number through the top selling business credit system. You get access to funding to grow and start your business. Okay. Our cutting edge technology helps you meet credibility standards, excuse me, credibility requirements before you apply. You can access discounted business credit reports. You get the largest supply of starter vendors and start your business credit. Okay, massive selection of revolving store credit with underwriting guidelines. Okay, did I tell you about the underwriting guidelines? The underwriting guidelines is what each vendor wants for them to be able to approve your application, right? So we know the underwriting guidelines already. We know exactly what it takes to get qualified, right? Before you apply. So if you're doing this on your own, you can ask them, well, what do I need to qualify? What they're going to tell you is fill out this application. I'll tell you if you qualify. Now you're wasting time filling the applications, throwing darts in the dark while we already know how to get approved, all right? Now, the thing is, how do you get qualified to get approved? That's the thing, all right? Hard to find cash credit sources you can get within 120 days. No personal credit check or guarantee is required. You get access to cash flow, collateral based, unsecured financing. Our most popular product is the credit line hybrid program, where you can get up to $150,000 in 3 weeks. Now, when you get into our program, you get your own control panel, right? Now, the control panel, this is the control panel for the business finance suite that you're looking at right now. Um, so basically, in your control panel, you're going to have a place where it's going to give you your course content, where it's going to take you through every single step, right? So look at that. They got the business credibility, they got the established business credit reports, and start building in round one, right? So we go down in there, and in each instruction, we're going to give you instructions on how to finish every single step. Each each instruction that we give you, we're going to give you the instruction. We're going to explain it to you. We're going to teach it to you. We're going to give you a video to learn about it, right? Like for instance, the first one is, do you have a business name? Well, if you don't have a business name, we're going to teach you about where to get a business name, how to get it. We're going to teach you all that stuff. And that's the type of information that we give you for every single step. There's a video. And then if you still can't figure it out, then there's somebody you can call. We have advisors, right? So when we get to the part where we're going to give you the vendors to help build your business credit, and we're going to get out here in a minute. I know this is a lot of information. This is a lot, but we're going to get down. We're going to get out of here. But this is the type of information we give you with the underwriting guidelines. Before you apply, like this is for racetrack, it tells you who they report to. That's important. Who they report to. You definitely want to know who they report to so that you can pull the credit report after you make that payment. Right? It tells you this is a revolving account. You got the telephone number, the fax number, a description of what they sell, and then how to qualify. Well, for this particular vendor, you need racetrack. You need to have an EIN number, a DUNS number, a pay debt score of 78 or above, um, preferred 3 years in business, a business entity, a business phone number that's listed with 411. Okay? Yeah. And then there's a button right there on there to apply. And we give you all the little details that you need to know about this particular vendor. So, and you're never when you get down with us, you're never doing this alone. Check this out. Christine, this is one of my clients. Whew. Christine got all of this funding in 6 months. Now, not everybody can do this, but it can be done. Not everybody can do this. Now, Christine is able to do this because she's a stay-at-home mom. Okay. Otherwise, normal people got stuff to do, right? So she got all of these. She got all of these in 6 months. Sprint 2,000, Amazon 4,500, Tractor Supply 5,000, Exxon 5,000, Fuelman Fleet 6,000, BJ 7, BP 8, Lowe's 10, Apple 12.5, Shell 15. Whew, look at this list. This is over $250,000 in 6 months. You can do it too. Okay. Uh, So keep in mind that when you get down with us, you get your own business credit advisor, you get your own finance officer when you get in the business finance suite or the fundability system powered by artificial intelligence. Or you can get down with the one-on-one, right? But basically, this is what you get. Your own business finance suite control panel, discounted business credit reports, DUNS number, free DUNS number, experience smart report, latest supply, largest supply of starter vendors, massive selection of revolving store credit, hard to find cash credit sources, access to cash flow, collateral base, unsecured, and private money sources. It'll typically take you 18 to 24 months to do it on your own. Okay? It'll typically take you a long time to do this on your own. We just save you time. Okay? Because there's lumps along the way. There's bumps along the way. Okay? So, just to run down the services that we do offer, we have the surrendability system and we have the business credit building program, which we're going to announce the under my wing um, winners tonight, right now, right in a couple minutes. All right, so you'll stand by because we're going to give away one of these things, basically. Okay, fundability system and the business credit building program. Okay, the fundability system. Get started today as part of this webinar, and you can get started with a huge discount. The fundability system usually goes for $2,995, but for one person, if you really want to get into this high end stuff, this is the stuff that's going to get you the loot the best, the fastest. You're going to have your own financial consultant with you, your business credit advisor. You got the system, everything to get you, and this never ends. Okay, one person could get down with a super discount of 1695. Okay, now this is the business credit building program. All right. It goes for $999. This is a one-on-one consultation with me. Yeah, boy. For 1 year. All right. Oh, this is an old special right here. But it's $999. Um, because I got this on this old ass PowerPoint, I'll honor that 50% off if y'all are down. Okay? Just holler at me. Right? You got the contact numbers, the 404-500-9687. We'll get you in there. So, and make sure you check out all my social medias and all that stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, right now we are going to announce the winners of the Under My Wing program. But I want to make sure y'all know about the blog. Our blog is off the chain. Businesscreditbuilder.us/blog. The 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 podcast is on Spotify. Business credit is real. The YouTube is wriggly wrecking it. Where'd I get that from? Okay, but anyway, the YouTube, I got over 1,000 subscribers. We blowing the YouTube out of the chain right now, yo. All right, so make sure y'all go to YouTube and subscribe and all that stuff, right? All right, so anybody got any questions about anything right now? This is your chance to tell me you got something. What's up? You got a question? You don't understand something? Um, are you are you not clear on something I said? Anything? Did I waste my time talking to y'all? What? Y'all been in here a while though. Somebody say something. Cassandra, you there? Miss Cross, what up? Natalie, hello. Somebody say something. Y'all had me talking all this time. Now you don't want to say nothing? What? Okay, we're gonna announce the winner of the Under My Wing program. Who got a drum roll? Okay. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, we have two winners tonight. I did say we was gonna do one, but I decided to do two. Okay. And the first winner to get access to the Under My Wing program. And the Under My Wing program is actually you're getting the one-on-one consultation for 1 year for 100. I was gonna do it for free, but it's not for free. Okay. Because if I did it for free, then that means somebody can win it, and then I spend some time in it and help them a little bit, and then they just drop off, And that means I done wasted some time and I didn't help nobody. So I'm doing this and I'm selecting these people so that I can actually help somebody build their business credit and get to a place where they can go and get some funding. And it takes some time. So these people, I got like over 20 um, submissions for this Under My Wing program. I said I was gonna only pick one, but I'm gonna pick two. Okay, and we're gonna pick them right now. Um, Miss Camille Cross said, "No, you did not waste your time. Very informative. Drum roll, please." Hell yeah, we're gonna do the drum roll. All right. Okay. What else I had to say about this Under My Wing program? And it was difficult to pick this company because I really do want to help somebody, and I don't want to waste my time, right? And this is basically they got to put up 150 instead of the 999. They got to put up 150, right? And I got them for a whole year of developing, getting them to where they need, right? Even getting to them where we doing financials to go get whatever, okay? We gonna make this thing happen, all right? And I'm not doing this just for the willy willy. I'm doing this to actually help people. You know what I mean? And I want people to go through with this, right? That's why we're doing this, right? Um, I like to see people win in business. So the drum roll here, the first winner, Camille's doing the drum roll. Let's do it. The first winner is the Elite Community Resource Center Incorporated, Miss Antoinette White. I will be contacting you shortly, unless you're in the room. Are you in the room now? Antoinette White. She's not in the room, but that is the first winner of two. We did two winners, right? All right. So the first winner, ladies and gentlemen, which y'all can y'all go to the website when I put this up on the YouTube, y'all go up in there and congratulate the Elite Community Resource Center Incorporated. The next winner is, let me get a drum roll. Where's the drum roll? Somebody got a drum roll. Let's see. Who's this other winner? This other winner is Gotta Wash. Gotta Wash. Miss Shy Armstrong. You are the winner of the Under My Wing program. Are you in the building? The next winner is Gotta Wash. Gotta Wash. Are you here? Gotta Wash. Okay, we got the two winners are Gotta Wash. And what did I say the other one was? Gotta Wash and the Elite Community Resource Center will give them a hand. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank y'all for coming. Make sure you get your free guide. I'm going to reach out to all the winners about the Under My Wing program. And thank y'all for coming to the Business Credit Master Class. If y'all
Thank
got
you,
questions,
well.
oh, that's Shy.
No, it's Sheena.
Sheena, what up?
You know my voice.
Yeah, I know your voice. All right. So how do you feel? You didn't won the Under My Wing program.
I feel like I'm under your wings.
All right. So what you gonna do? What we're gonna use your business credit for?
You know what? I want to use my business credit to establish like some major credit cards, like American Express.
All right. So we're gonna get up these trade lines and
Yes.
um, and build up our limits on the revolving
Mhm.
accounts. That's gonna be the goal.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Cassandra, thank you. Thank you for coming, Cassandra. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Cassandra was kicking it. All day. Okay, bet. All right, but yeah, Gotta Wash is in the building. The winner of the Under My Wing program. I'm gonna reach out to you in 5 minutes. All right, and we'll get this thing started. All right.
All right.
All right. Talk to you later. Everybody, thank y'all for coming. Peace and love. Get your free guide. Boom. Later.